Scrolling through my grandparents' dusty attic, I stumbled upon an old box filled with relics from a forgotten era. Among the yellowed photos and obsolete gadgets, a VHS tape caught my eye. It was labeled "Do Not Watch," the ink faded but unmistakable. Curiosity tugged at me, and perhaps against my better judgment, I decided to find a way to play it. After borrowing an ancient VHS player from a friend, I settled in front of the screen, anticipating nothing more than a quirky home video or a forgotten TV show. But as the static fizzled into a grainy image, my heart skipped a beat. A shadowy figure stood in the center of the frame, its form indistinct and unsettlingly human. The video had no sound, just the eerie presence of a silhouette, occasionally flickering as if it were trying to break free from the confines of the tape. I tried to shake off the creeping unease as the figure began to move, slowly advancing towards the camera, its movements erratic and unnatural. At that moment, the room felt colder, and the shadows on the wall seemed to deepen. Each subsequent frame brought the figure closer, its form more defined yet still shrouded in darkness. When it reached the screen's edge, the video abruptly cut to static, leaving me in a stunned silence that echoed around the room. I laughed nervously, dismissing it as an elaborate prank or an art project from the 80s. But that night, as I lay in bed, I sensed a presence in the room, a heaviness in the air that made it hard to breathe. Days passed, and the feeling only intensified. I began to notice subtle, chilling signs of an intruder. Objects would shift slightly from their place, and shadows danced where they shouldn't. At work, I caught glimpses of the figure in reflective surfaces, always just out of focus. My friends grew concerned as I became more withdrawn, my eyes darting to every shadow, expecting it to spring to life. It became impossible to ignore the sense that I was never alone, the figure from the tape haunting my every step. Desperate, I tried to rid myself of the tape, tossing it into the trash, but it reappeared on my doorstep the next day, pristine as if it had never left my possession. The climax came on a stormy night. Lightning flashed, momentarily illuminating the dark corners of my apartment. That's when I saw it, the shadowy figure from the tape, standing at the foot of my bed, unmistakably real and terrifyingly close. It moved with the same jerky motion I'd seen on the screen, advancing with a purpose that paralyzed me with fear. As it reached out, I felt a cold rush of air, and my vision blurred. The last thing I remember was the shadow enveloping me, its presence overwhelming. When I awoke, the tape was gone, but the haunting sensation remained. Now, I can never escape its watchful gaze, a prisoner to a darkness that refuses to die.